Hey YouTube, welcome to another video. We're going to continue doing some stuff on the front end, and I'm interested to see how far we can push the ChatGPT chat without as much knowledge of our project and files that you'd typically be able to have in Claude. So one of the things that we have in the UI at the moment is this filter by tags on the left hand side, and at the moment this is kind of dummy data. So what I want to do is ask ChatGPT if we can instead call our API for getting all tags and then use that to filter the dashboard. So what I'm going to do is I am going to say features, tags, use tags. Thank you, that works. In this chat earlier, you helped me create functionality to get all tags. In the front end of my project, I currently have components. This component, which renders our tags. Currently, it is using mock data. I want to replace this with the real tags from our backend API, and then allow the user to click on an individual tag, which would then filter the notes that display on the dashboard based on the tag selected. Can you please advise the best way to achieve this functionality? Don't write any code yet. Let's just work on our approach first. So I'm asking it to just give me the approach first in case I need to prompt it a little bit further, give it a little bit more direction. Yeah, good idea. So if we look at where are we? Get all notes. Yeah, we do support query parameters. Tags. Don't know if we change this functionality. It might be based on the other. It should theoretically work. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Great. Okay. Cool. So, yes, that makes sense. So here is our back-end route. Which calls the following controller. As you will see, it does support filtering by tag. This controller calls the following service. Which in turn has access to the following util functions. So we can use this functionality. We should tell it in our endpoints.js file on the front end. We already have this API endpoint registered. And we have a use notes function that may require some updating to accept the query. Alright, so then using this endpoint, we can then filter the dashboard. I agree with the approach to allow a user to select multiple tags. So we would then also need the multi-tag filtering. I'm not sure. Yes. And the ability to clear filters. Scroll area should adjust, and we should continue. We should do you have any other? Right. For pagination, support filtering notes. Oh, yeah, that match all or any. For question 4, yes, clear filters should fourth handling. All right, cool. So we'll pull this over here so you can see the code. We're now use notes, so none of the imports change. We're just going to update here in the fetch notes functionality to accept the parameter of tags, and then we also update our use notes function here to have our query key with tags and page as well. And then in the tags sidebar component, which is here, we do need to do a little bit of updating. So we're just going to copy this whole thing, paste that in there. we no longer need mock tags, so we'll be able to delete that. We are going to add a reusable pagination component in this components folder. So we're going to call this pagination, not JS, sorry, JSX. Save that. Yep. Alright, and then in the dashboard component, we do need to update some stuff. So we're going to bring in, it's already got tag, but it's not going to be importing this correctly. So, and then we need dashboard, selected tags. It's not, it hasn't bought, okay, what I'm going to do is just remove that. I'm going to go copy, I'm going to say here is our current dashboard component. Please use this as the basis for any updates required and return the exact updated code. So I have noticed with ChatGPT that it certainly doesn't, it forgets to import stuff a lot. Whoa. What the? Why did I accidentally click? Maybe I hit view tools. Yeah, so here's the previous component. Did I give dashboard? Maybe I didn't give it dashboard before. Maybe that's why I made the mistake. I can't remember. But anyway, it's going through regenerating all of the code. So this should work better. Copy that. Was it? Canvas. I don't know how I got it to bring up that view. That's weird. Alright, anyway, so replace that. It has bought it incorrectly, so that's good. If we go over, so we've got an error. Do we? It's not loading. Console. We had this error earlier. So we get an error saying the requested module does not provide export name used to, it's going to be here. I don't know why it gets that import wrong. Right. So it's something's wrong with the GET request. I think I know what this is going to be. So I don't have that error anymore, but I get this error now. I think it was because previously in my backend code, tags was an array of strings. Now, actually, was it an array of strings? I'm getting confused now. Get all that. Oh, it is still an array of strings. No, now it's an array of objects. Now, yes, can you review So I'm not sure. My gut's telling me it's probably on the back end. Yeah. So the issue arises because the back end expects the tags to be an array of object IDs, but the front end is passing the tags parameter incorrectly, including empty or invalid values. So the back end utility function, we need to filter out empty tags. So not folders. Tags. Why didn't I like that? Query. Save that. Now this is one example where we're actually going to run into having to duplicate code because we have a get all company notes and then we have a get individual user notes. So that util function's the same and it's going to have the same error for the tags. So probably the first real example where we've found that we've got a bug and it's been then replicated in another area. In the front end, we do need to look at our use note hooks. So use notes, bring this over on this side, sorry. And at the moment, we're not joining IDs, so we just need to change tags. No, we are tag. Oh, sorry, tag IDs. And we need to map our tag IDs. Fetch notes, data, yeah, and then notes, tags, page tags, tags, right, and then tag sidebar. So handle tag. Not capital. Sorry, in dashboard. So handle tag select needs to be changed. Right. Still get an error. Oh, hang on. There's an error in the notes grid. So I made more changes, but see this error. So use notes. I'm not sure if this is because maybe we've created some notes before we had the tag functionality updated for this user. I'm not too sure. But what we would do is we will just add in a few of these checks. So, saying const data await tag. How does that work though? dashboard. Use notes. Selected tags, notes, no data. Selected tags, yep. Handled tag, select. So select tags, previous tag ID, filter. Yeah. Okay. Notes grid. No, but then it is coming from the dashboard. That's a bit weird. Cannot destruct a property of tags of undefined. It is undefined. So use notes. Just make sure I didn't copy any of that wrong. So yeah, it starts here, it calls use notes, and in use notes something is happening here. What we might do is go get all company notes, controller, console.log, okay. So when I this, I'm not sure if it's so I'm not sure if it's because the first time the dashboard's loaded, no tags are selected. Yeah, okay. So as I expected. So I was like, I'm not sure if this is the issue, but when a user first loads the dashboard, we need to accommodate for the fact that no tags will be selected. So the issue arises because no tags are selected. The front end is sending tags as an empty string. The back end tries to split this empty string. So we need to update the back end code. Where is that? So yeah. So pull that over here, and that's going to be in our utils again. So we're going to replace this. And then we also need to do that in our individual notes. Save. And then in our controller, we need to ensure that tags is passed as an array or undefined. So we need to update that here. We are also going to need to do the same here. And then in the use hook on the front end. So use note hook. Just update that accordingly. And then in the dashboard. So we need it to be a little bit more specific. Handle tag. That needs changing, so does clear filters. And we will refresh. Oh my goodness. You still get the same error. Yeah, on the back end. So also here is the okay, so it is now a little bit clearer, hopefully. So modify, pull this over here. Getting a little bit tired. In our utils, sorry, in our controller. Const default page to 1. Tags, sort by created as ending, they'll say the same. Tags. Same. Source, start date, end date. Build query filters. There's no change there. Anyway, use hook. So, params, Okay, it has made a change. So it's split it out and it's only included tags if they exist. That's probably the big change here. And then down here for use notes. Has put this stale time thing. I'm just going to comment that out for a second. Dashboard. So go to our use note hook. Tags, selected tags, that's all the same. Right, handle. Tag select. It's the same. Clear filters is the same. Handle page change is the same. Don't think anything else changed there. Alright, so back end's running, front end still has an issue. It's crazy. Use note. It's got to do now. Really want to get this functionality finished. I don't think this is correct. I think it's made a mistake in use notes. I think tags. Okay. So it's put in a couple more ideas. So let's do that. Might at least get a console log. Which we're not. So on the console, it's not throwing any errors. So none of the console logs fire on the front end. In dashboard, use notes, data notes. Let's try this. No. none of the console. So now dashboard, let's try and see if we can get it to console log there. Okay, it's got a React query dev tools, which I haven't used before. Okay, data array. It's not working. Yeah. All right, we've uncovered the issue. Obviously, it's not getting any data, which in itself is going to be an issue because it does need to account for the first time a user logs in and there is no data. But I think what we're going to do is wrap the video here. I think this is probably one of the limitations of ChatGPT. When we were modifying just some front-end components and could give it all of the context of that front-end component, it was able to figure it out. Now I just get the sense that because we're interacting with multiple different files across both front-end and back-end, it's getting stuck. Like if you think about it, we've got our use hook note, we've got our endpoints API, endpoints.js file, and that's pretty simple. We've got the dashboard component. We've then got potentially the get all company notes controller service or utils, and the error could be in any of those three files. We've got this pagination component. I don't expect there to be really any error there. And then we've also got this tag sidebar component. All of a sudden, ChatGPT is probably struggling to keep up. Whereas with Claude, we can upload its project knowledge. We can put it here in the chat and say, hey, you've got access to these files. I think the error is related to this. Can you figure it out? And I think it'll do a better job. But it's pretty much midnight here in Australia, so I don't want to dive any further into this issue. So I'll wrap it here and append whatever I do next to this video. Thanks for watching. Hey YouTube, how you going? Welcome to another video. It's been about 5-6 days since I was previously writing the code to get our front end component working with some of the tag capability that we had. So I've kind of almost forgotten exactly what was going wrong and that kind of thing. But in that time as well, what's also happened is ChatGPT have come out and added their own project's capability. So I thought this would be a great great time to test out the project capability in ChatGPT. I'm really hoping this is a game changer and we don't hit the same types of limitations that we do in Claude. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all of our project files, and well, not all of them, but at least starting on the front end. So if we go into Knowledge Bank and we go, why is it not letting me add files? Knowledge Bank. Okay. Why is this smaller? Okay, weird. What we can do is we are going to go into the front end. We will add app main router, so let's start there. Then we will go into components and add each of those. This is literally the first time using this, so I don't know how many file limits there are. We might hit that. We'll add our API and endpoints. Then we will go to features. We will add dashboard. We will also go into not folders, notes. They're all still adding, which is great. And then we will go tags. Pardon me. So we'll add those. Close this, and we'll say you have been helping me create the front end React for a knowledge management application. I have uploaded a number of relevant files into your project files. Currently, we have a error. Currently, we see an error on the front end when we go to our dashboard, which says cannot read property of tags. We know that actually from memory, yeah, I believe it is because when the dashboard first loads, no tags are selected. However, when no tags are selected, we should be displaying those. Can you please review the code? Know if you see any errors. Alternatively, if you need access to the backend files, oh my god, I can't spell backend files, let me know and I can provide. Alright. So what I'm going to do, I'll pull this over here. I'll bring this up over here. So we are going into our use notes functionality, and we are updating use notes to be this. And then in dashboard JSX, where we have our note data, which is right here, we are also replacing this. And saying start the dashboard without selecting any tags, ensure all notes are fetched correctly, verify pagination and note grid components, don't throw any errors. So if we go back to, not that tab, yeah, let's refresh. Okay, I do want to, let's manually delete our tokens for a second. We're going to have to log back in, obviously. I think the user we were using was 217. We'll bring up Postman. Don't know why it's taking so long. While this happens, log in. Okay. Come on. Oh my gosh, why is it so slow? User ID 782. Login user 782. Yep, so it's 217. So test 217 at test.com, password. Why are you not working? No. I'm going to take one guess. It's going to be our IP address. Yep. MongoDB. Maybe it hadn't. Okay. So, note data. Interesting. So let's just go to get notes, get all notes. Actually, sorry, login. We'll get the token. Copy, get all notes. Replace our token. I just want to double check there are notes here. There should be. Of course, because we logged in on the Oh my gosh. Send. Alright. So we do have notes. Is we still logged in here? Yeah, auth token, console, okay. So, note data is showing copy. So currently, empty array. I'm going to copy this. So let's go here, use notes for the API call. So let's just stick it in here. Use notes, console, all fetching notes and params. Does it not work? Logged. To do this, so hang on, I console logged that in the wrong spot, did I? Yeah. I'm just getting started. Alright, so respond. Let's just put this in the try with the API. Let's put that here. Okay. Sorry, I'm just warming up, getting started tonight. Let's see. Why is it not? Okay, interesting. We don't get any of those console logs. I have a slight feeling that AI is leading us down its normal, not really sure what it's doing path, but we're going to continue testing this out for a little bit. So we're going to our notes grid, and then notes grid, data. Yeah, this has changed. It's probably here actually looking at that. Is error, data.data.length, data.map, note card, note ID, click, select modal, note modal. That all means the same. Alright. Oh, hang on. We briefly saw a dashboard when I hit refresh there. So let's copy our password, password, test217 at test.com. Put this in here. Log in. No notes are found. Not true, there are notes. But hang on. Clear filters. Was that because I clicked on a filter or it just took a long time to load? Interesting. One of these showed up. Oh, hang on. There is one. Where's the tag? Tags. Retirement and savings. Oh, you need both selected? We definitely had one show up before. Okay, weird. Okay, what the hell? What? That's bizarre. So refresh. Actually, let's check if the tags work. Yeah, we're at query. Selected tag states updates. However, the query does not trigger a refetch with the new tags parameter. Okay, so let's go to use notes and update this. Save, and then in dashboard.jsx, where we have our handle tag select, handle. Verify query. Use notes. Add a console log. Why don't you like that? Oh, come on. Yep. Let's go back here. There's all of our notes. Let's just refresh. Refresh again. Man, I was there a second ago. That doesn't work. Savings. Retirement. Weird. Console. So, fetching notes with tag. So, let's click this. So, retirement. Okay. So, copy when I log copy with the object. So I know this functionality is working. However, the dashboard isn't then doesn't then filter to only display those. let's tackle one of these problems at a time. Good point. We've already got that console log, so raw API response. Yep, it does. So yes. So then in the front end, dashboard, let's go to filtered. So here we've got new tags includes the tag ID, which we are getting because we saw that here. Where's tag ID? Hang on. So tag autocomplete. No, that's sorry. That's when you're creating tags. So tag sidebar. That tag selected tags includes tag ID on tag select. Okay, so let's go here, notes grid. We're going to our notes grid. So console log. Hang on, notes data. I forget how you do a console log directly in here. So I don't know if that works. No, it doesn't work, does it? I've forgotten how to do that. So notes is notes data. So where's notes data? Oh, now what have I done? Notes data. Here, so I've already got console log notes data. So come here. Where's notes data? Let's refresh this. And what does it want me to save? Now it's not showing any. Far out. Come on. Notes data. Okay, so if we select retirement, we get fetching notes with tag with notes data. Yes, we're getting the object. Okay, so copy notes data. Yes. And then in the notes grid, maybe that's where the issue is. So notes grid, bring this over here. So notes grid. No, sorry, in dashboard. It's grid, notes, pagination. Yep. It's really confusing. Normally, I forget how to do it. How do I? Alright, so console log, notes grid component. So we've got this is slightly different. So alright, one thing at a time. Let's hit refresh. Savings. Now it's not even. Notes past a note grid. Okay, so with this console log, we are correctly passing only notes with the selected tags to notes grid. Then in the notes grid component, it's slightly different. So our notes grid component is slightly different. It is currently note card component. So if we console log this, yeah, I mean the data in note card is correct, but the note console log for note card obviously returns all of the notes as the filtering doesn't appear to be working. Let's try this. I have a feeling that this is like forcing a workaround when you don't really need to. So in dashboard, notes, grid. Let's try it anyway. No. Copy. Adding this did not work. Let's check our dashboard here. So I mean, all that looks correct. Note grid. This error's really got me stumped. Normally whenever I've had issues with React before, it's been because the object isn't being passed through, or like you're formatting the data wrong, but we're obviously getting the data. There we go. So notes grid. Why was it doing? Why did it? Okay, it must have been something AI did and I didn't pick up on it. So, so new state. Let's bring in prop types. Let's bring that in anyway. Note modal, note grid has changed it quite a bit. Let's just copy the whole thing. All right. Happy days. Why is that not working? Oh, I think it had to match all tags, didn't it? Maybe we change that. Test one. Yeah, okay. Actually, let's test on this one. So like Node.js, JavaScript. Okay, that helped. It doesn't seem to like it when selected. We need to display all notes that match any, i.e. If there is a note with tag A and another note with tag B, when tag A is selected, the first note shows. If tag B is also selected, both notes show. Yeah. Okay, so let's check that. Yeah, so if yep. Okay, so let's go to handle tag select in dashboard. So selected tags, previous, new tags. that's fine. In use notes, use query, tags.join, yeah. Fetch notes, tags and page, keep previous data. It does have initial data, it's nothing. Let's just comment that out for a sec. Alright, so savings. Alright, let's do the Node.js one and JavaScript one. Yeah, and then if we do retirement, let's do test 1, test 2. Just make sure we cleared filters. So test 1, test 2. Copy object. Right, come here. So when tags I see is console log. Okay, so let's check. In our, so if we come over here, actually, we don't do it the same here. Oh no, let's get all source types. So on our back end, components. What's his expect record query? Tags. Oh no, hang on. This was actually not using that. We're using get all nodes. Actually, that's so. Hang on. If we undo those, and then let's clear this for a sec, and we go JavaScript, Node.js. So we do pass it in like that, and then get all notes. The result tags equals split, yeah, copy. So our controller for our get all notes functionality works as follows. When we so that's how it wants us to pass it, which matches let's check this actually. Yeah, let's do the service logic. So pull this note over here, bring this back up. So from our controller, we go to get all notes, the service layout. Build our query filter. Tags. This should be in not all. I think that was a mistake on my part. Originally, I think I said to only match all of the tags, but thinking about it, looking at it, I don't want to do that anymore. So let's go clear filters, bring this back over here. So if we go Node.js, see everything with Node.js. If we go test, we should now see that. Yep. So let's clear again and go to test. So what else has got a couple? So I guess, yeah, if we go test 1, and then if we go test 2, okay, still not quite working. This is test 2. So test 2, test 1. Why is that not working? Right, this has got, let's do JavaScript. And test 1. Why does it work for some and not the others? Savings, retirement. Oh, there was 2 test 2s. Ah, that's my mistake. That's test 2 without a space. Doing. Okay, so test 2, test 2. Oh yeah, we have them both. Okay, fantastic. That works. Happy days. Awesome. That now works. All right. So, what are we doing? I think we're going to commit this code. So we're going to go git add. Git commit. Added filtering by tags on the front end and updated associated back end logic. We also added, we also changed process for getting front end. All right, so if we go here, this is all a bit wonky, but we should be able to search for a folder, marketing, and we can search for tags, test 1, this note on 17 deck, hello, next. And now what we need to do is fix that issue where it doesn't automatically show up. But the other thing we need to do next is this source type and source title. Anyway, we'll leave that for another video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.